You were born on the worst night in your village's history. You don't know this yet, you're an infant. But somewhere across the village, a creature the size of a mountain is tearing through everything in its path. The nine-tailed fox, a living disaster with enough power to level a city with a single swipe of its tail. Your mother is in labor when the screaming starts outside. The windows shake. The ceiling cracks. A nurse runs past the door without stopping. Nobody explains anything because there's nothing to explain. The village is being destroyed, and everyone who can fight is already fighting, and everyone who can't is hoping the walls hold long enough. They do. You survive your first night in the Hidden Leaf Village before you take your first breath on your own. The fourth Hokage is dead. That much the village knows. He gave his life to stop the attack and is mourned as a hero, his face carved into the mountain alongside those who came before him. What the village doesn't know, what the third Hokage made sure nobody would know, is the boy. The infant the fourth used to seal the fox before he died. Naruto Uzumaki. No family, no explanation, no connection anyone could trace back to the man on the mountain. The third kept that secret deliberately, to protect the boy from his father's enemies. As a civilian, you have no reason to question any of this. You grow up knowing only what everyone else knows. There's a boy in your village who carries the nine tails inside him, and most people would prefer not to think about what that means. He's the loud kid with the orange jacket who eats at the same ramen stand every day. Most people avoid him. You mostly feel sorry for him, though you'd never say that out loud. This is the world you're born into, and it gets stranger from here. Growing up as a civilian in Konoha is not as dangerous as it sounds most of the time. Your family runs a small supply shop near the market district. Cloth, rope, basic tools, a consistent living. You go to the civilian school, not the ninja academy. The ninja academy, kids walk around like they already own the village. Your school teaches reading, arithmetic, and trade skills. It's quieter. It suits you. You are not a ninja. You will never be a ninja. It's a reasonable position to hold, and one that comes with real limitations in a village where ninja hold the status, the income, and the Hokage's attention. You are ordinary. You exist slightly outside the story everyone else seems to be living. For now, that's fine. What you begin to notice as you get older is how much of the village's economy runs through ninja activity. The mission assignments from the Hokage's office generate work for everyone. Weapon makers, food suppliers, medical cloth, message runners. When a large mission goes wrong and a team comes back short, the mood in the market shifts for a week. Everyone knows without being told. The village breathes together in a way that takes years to notice. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. You're 13 when the Chunin exams bring foreign ninja into Konoha and the whole village buzzes with uneasy energy. The day the invasion starts, you're at the shop when the sky goes dark with a genjutsu and everything becomes chaos. People running, ninja moving overhead, sounds of something enormous happening in the forest. You close the shutters and stay under the counter for 4 hours. The third Hokage dies that day. When the news spreads, people stand very still in the street and nobody speaks for a while. You won't fully understand what you've lost until 2 years later, when his absence becomes obvious in ways that are hard to name. By 16, you're running the shop full-time and starting to understand what it means to build something. You negotiate contracts, bring in medical-grade cloth the hospital buys in bulk, hire an assistant. You have plans. This is what ordinary life looks like in the middle of an extraordinary world. You make plans, you work on them. You try to build something in a place that occasionally reminds you. It can take everything away in a single afternoon. You have no idea how literal that's about to become. You're 17 when pain comes. You've heard about the Akatsuki, criminal ninja, dangerous, the organization hunting tailed beast, hosts across the world. But the Akatsuki has always felt like something happening elsewhere, to other people. You've been wrong about this the entire time. Pain arrives alone, one person, and he destroys Konoha completely. You feel the first explosion from 3 streets away. It takes out a building like paper. By the second one, you're running. By the third, the ground is shaking hard enough to knock you off your feet. And when you stand up, the skyline has changed. Buildings are gone, not damaged. Gone. You run toward the civilian shelter in the lower district, and you make it because you don't stop and you don't look back at what you can hear collapsing behind you. Inside, 63 people crowd into a space built for 20. You stay for hours, counting explosions, trying to understand what's still happening above. When it ends and you come out, the village is rubble. The market district where your family's shop stood for 30 years is a crater. You stand at the edge of it and say nothing because there isn't anything to say. What happens next is something you'll spend years trying to explain. Naruto, the outcast kid, the one everyone avoided, defeats Pain alone, and then Nagato, the man behind Pain, uses what remains of his own life to bring back everyone the attack killed. People who were dead an hour ago are breathing again. You watch a woman walk out of the rubble she'd been pulled from, confused but alive, and her daughter collapses into her. You have to look away, because the feeling is too large to look at directly. The village rebuilds. It takes a year. You rebuild the shop in a different location, slightly smaller. You keep the same suppliers, renegotiate the hospital contract, hire the same assistant back. Sometimes the only way to process something enormous is to focus on something small and immediate and practical. The work helps. It always helps. You're 18 when word comes that all 5 ninja nations are going to war. The details are above your clearance as a civilian, but the broad shape is clear. Madara Uchiha, an army of reanimated dead ninja, and somewhere at the center of it, again, Naruto. You don't fight. Civilians aren't deployed. What you do is work 18-hour days supplying the logistics chain. Medical cloth to field hospitals, rope and tools for fortification units. You sleep 4 hours a night for 3 months. This is what war looks like from the inside for ordinary people. Not battles, not heroism. Just the grinding work of keeping the people fighting alive long enough to keep fighting. When it ends and the news comes that they won, you sit down on the floor of the supply depot and don't move for about 20 minutes. Not from relief exactly, more from the sudden absence of urgency. The years after the war are the quietest of your life. The world that comes out of the Fourth Shinobi World War is genuinely different. The 5 nations hold their alliance. The background threat of large-scale conflict slowly recedes. You open the second shop location you'd planned before Pain arrived. 4 years later than expected, but you open it. When Naruto becomes Hokage, you watch the ceremony from the street with thousands of others and feel something you can't name. You grew up alongside him without ever being part of his story. You watched him from the outside while the world turned on him, then turned back, then made him the center of everything. You were always just a civilian with a supply shop, but you were there for all of it. That counts for something. Your survival rating, 61%. The Ninetales attack happens before you're old enough to face it. The Chunin exam invasion is survivable if you stay inside. The real threat is Pain. Konoha is completely destroyed, many civilians die, and the window between the destruction and Nagato's Rinatensei is where survival is not guaranteed. The Fourth Shinobi World War keeps you off the front lines, which is what saves you. Pain's attack has no warning. The Chunin invasion has no warning. The margin is very small, and it stays very small your entire life. You weren't Naruto. You weren't chosen by destiny. You didn't die saving the world and get brought back by someone who loved you. You were the person who supplied the rope that held the field hospitals together. The civilian who stayed under the counter for 4 hours during the invasion and opened the shutters again the next morning. The one who rebuilt the shop in a different location because the original was a crater now, and life goes forward even when everything looks like rubble. The Hidden Leaf Village survived because of its ninja, but it kept running because of the people nobody writes about. You were one of them, and in the Naruto universe, that's no small thing. If you want to see your life in another universe, subscribe to Curio Brain. A new one drops every week. Leave a comment with the universe you want next.